flush, please.
Busy with her one-woman play called The Year of Magical Thinking. We were there at some rehearsals.
I think you should just play it straight.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
This is the story of how author-turned-playwright Joan Didion tried to cope with the unthinkable, the deaths of her grown daughter and her husband.
This happened on December 30, 2003. That may seem a while ago, but it won't when it happens to you. And it will happen to you.
Opening night and a standing ovation for the star and the playwright. A far cry from a different opening 30 years ago.
Never again! Never again!
At this Los Angeles movie theater in 1978, a bombing and protest. The furor sparked by a documentary called The Palestinian, a film produced and bankrolled by Vanessa Redgrave.
Many people were outraged. You remember what your reaction was?
I didn't know why people were outraged to see a film about the Palestinians.
Perhaps it was this scene where she wielded a Kalashnikov rifle. Fueling the controversy were her frequent inflammatory remarks in support of the PLO and her condemnation of Israel and Zionism.
Zionism is a brutal, racist ideology, and it is a brutal, racist regime.
Comments like that outraged Jewish groups and left a deep impression which in some circles dogs her to this day and prompted this exchange.
When I tell various New Yorkers that I'm going to be sitting down with you, you would be fascinated by the various reactions. You're going to be sitting down with Vanessa Redgrave. Or that woman who hates Jews?
I don't believe anyone said that to you. Because even those who wouldn't agree with my views wouldn't say that of me.
Why not?
Because they know it's a million miles from the truth.
That surely would have been a tough sell back then.
Everything's fine. Nothing will happen now.
At the same time, she appeared in a different film, Julia, in which she played an anti-fascist helping Jews escape the Nazi regime. But when she was nominated for an Academy Award, some Jewish groups demanded that her nomination be dropped. On Oscar night, more protests, but Vanessa won the award and made some controversial remarks.
At the Academy Awards in 1978, you know what you said. Let me repeat it, if I may. You should be very proud that in the last few weeks you stood firm and refused to be intimidated by the threats of a small bunch of Zionist hoodlums whose behavior is an insult to the stature of Jews all over the world. Remember saying it?
Yeah. Do you remember what I added to it also?
Please tell me.
Well, I said that, and I pledged myself to fight anti-Semitism and fascism for the rest of my life.
Well?
And I think I have.
Free all political prisoners!
The Palestinian cause was just one focus of her various political beliefs. She marched with unemployed workers in Italy.
Today,
And back home in Britain, she played a leading role in the leftist militant Workers' Revolutionary Party.
We ask every one of you today to put in your vote for Redgrave and for the Workers' Revolutionary Party.
She ran for a seat in Parliament, and on election night, the numbers told the story.
George Martin Morton, the Labour candidate, 12,556. Vanessa Redgrave, Workers' Revolutionary Party, 394.
But the revolutionary Vanessa marched on.
Do you see the Workers' Revolutionary Party coming to power barring armed insurrection? Truly?
Barring armed insurrection.
Without?
Well, it isn't the Workers' Revolutionary Party that comes to power. It's the working class that takes power.
Do you see that happening?
And it needs an instrument for that.
Barring,
And
without
that is a party.
armed insurrection?
No, the working class is going to have to take power through armed insurrection.
And did they?
Yes. I would say that happened in 1989, when the wall in Berlin was torn down and millions went out into the streets all over Europe. That was workers, that was all kinds of people.
You have lost a few roles, I understand. I've had several theatrical engagements canceled. Found yourself in financial straits even because of your politics, because of your activism. Was it worth it?
I think that it's always worth to stand by some basic principles. So if I've lost some roles because somebody, some distributor didn't like my politics, that's par for the course, as they used to say.